Hello everyone, today I will be doing my predictions and my Pickems for the Rio Major 2022 Legend stage. Yeah, let's get straight into this. First match here is FaZe Cloud9, and after what we saw from Cloud9 in Challenger stage, I'm not even sure that they'll make it out. But beating FaZe, arguably the best team through the whole year, I just can't see it happening. Maybe like a few months ago, when Cloud9 was good and they actually won FaZe, I'm pretty sure, but not at the current state. We haven't seen FaZe yet in this event, but we saw Cloud9, and I'm more than sure that they will lose this game. Same with Navi Vitality. Just like with Cloud9, Vitality in Challenger stage was rather awful. They should have won they should have gone 3-0, but they went 3-2, losing a map in the last game. It's not a good sign. Like, for example, the Pro League Vitality we saw, I thought that this was gonna be an easy event for them. I thought they were brilliant. But now they came here, they didn't play well. So just like Cloud9. We haven't seen Navi yet, but I still would say that they are favorites here. Next up is Nip and Fnatic. Fnatic went 3-2 as well in Challenger stage. I'd say that for me, they weren't even supposed to go through, but they did, so well played for them. But Nip on our road to Rio in the group stage, the qualifiers, they went 3-0 there. They played well. But now looking back, did they really play that well? Because they told Cloud9, who wasn't that good. They won Astralis, who didn't make it, and then they won BNE, they went 3-0. But for me, it was a fluke, so yeah. But I'm still gonna go with Nip. I just don't think Fnatic is good enough. Next up is Ens and Furia. This will be really close. This is a game that is a coin flip for me. Ens on their day can be really good. They are a really experienced squad. But it's their first game in front of the crowd, and for a fact this will be played in front of the crowd. Furia is Brazilian. No clue how that would affect them. But I'm still thinking about going with Ents in this one. Just because the RMR was quite strong. Furia lost the map. Now I would not be surprised at all if Furia wins this. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Ents. Next up is Sprout and Big. Sprout played really well on Road to Rio, but then they had ESL Challenger League, I think it's called, where they lost 2 matches in a row and were knocked out as the first team. Big, on the other hand, has been really shaky for quite some time. Now they have a Sin in their lineup. I didn't think that, well, I had them going through, but I was not too confident in that. But I would still favor them over Sprout. I think that the run they had in Road to Rio was a bit of a fluke, and yeah, I just don't see it happening. I think it's, apart from Refresh, everyone else is so inexperienced that the crowd, no one knows if this game is played in front of crowd, but I feel like it's the first ever LAN for some of those players, at least a tier 1 LAN. It's in different time zones rather than the usual. I think it would be rather difficult for Sprout, so I'm gonna go with Big. Next up is Heroic Outsiders. This would be close again, but I just think Heroic is much stronger. Outsiders played solid in the Challenger stage. They didn't do nothing crazy though, and yeah, that's the reasoning behind it. Next up is Spirit and Bad News Eagles. On this one, I'm gonna go with Spirit. I never got the hype in Bad News Eagles. I didn't have them going through. I had them as 1 and 3 by the predictions. In Challenger stage, I'm pretty sure they went 3-0. And I was positively surprised by them, but I still don't see it. I don't see them as a good team yet. If they manage to make top 8, then I will honestly change my mind, because their results are so shaky, man. The one day they could go 3-0 in Challenger stage, and next time they could go get 60 node online by some random level 10 mix. That's what I mean. But Spirit, on the other hand, they made top 8. I think they even made top 4 with their new squad. Or did they lose to Ents? Doesn't matter, they made top 8 in Antwerp with completely new squad. They've had time, they haven't played with Wild. Wonderful is a great topper, their squad is solid. I have them winning Bad News Eagles. Next up is Liquid Mouse. Will be close again, but I see Liquid as favorites. They have a really strong rifling front. Mouse has it as well, but for me it's just weaker. And they were one of the teams that went 3-0, but they didn't really face any strong opponents in my opinion in the other stages, so it's difficult to say their honest level. Moving on to round 2, we have FaZe and Big. No questions there in my mind. FaZe will take it. Next up is Navi Liquid. Definitely will be closer than FaZe Big in my head. But I still favor Navi in this one, but just by a little bit. Yeah, I could see it going like a 16-13, maybe even overtime win. NiP Spirit. I have NiP just because. Alright, next up we have Ents Heroic. For me, this is pretty easy. I don't think Ents is that strong, or maybe I'm just overrating Heroic a little bit. I feel like they will get a huge boost from crowd. Kayn seems like a type of guy who will just feast off crowd. The energy they give to him, he gets it, he plays better, he makes his team play better. That's what we have seen in the past. He always hypes up the crowd. Although it's not a home crowd, and I don't know how popular Heroic is for Brazilians, but I think even if they boo them or dislike them, I would still have them as favorites against Ents. Now we have Cloud9 and Sprout in 0-1. Now Cloud9 was really shaky on best of ones, and I'm pretty sure they have always been, but no way they would let themselves go down to 0-2 in a legend stage when they could be one of the ones who could contend for the title, right? So I see them easily winning Sprout. Then we have Mouse Vitality. Kinda can be said the same about Vitality. Vitality and Cloud9 are like the same team. They had the same results, both were disappointing in Challenger stage. Both of them can contest for a title, and they really should get through. So who knows, right? Vitality should win Mouse. Fnatic BNE. For me, I had Fnatic going 3-0 as a throwaway pick, and then they honestly surprised me. They played against stronger teams to get there. I think they played like many strong teams in the challenger stage. So they have already been tested, right? For the Bad News Eagles, though, I don't think they played anyone that significant. So I have Fnatic winning Bad News Eagles, then it's Outsiders Furia, and I would go with Furia here. I think they even played in Challenger stage, if I'm not wrong. And then I think Furia won. I'll actually go check real quick. Let's see. Okay, they didn't. Who Outsiders played against them? Okay, it was Mouse and Vitality. My bad. Yeah, but I still feel like in front of the crowd, Furia should take this rather easily. Next up is in 3-0 FaZe and Heroic. This will be a close one, and FaZe wasn't that convincing in the Road to Rio. In the qualifier, they went overtime, I think, on 4 out of 5 maps they played, but they won all of them, so it was like a test that they can play under pressure. They will definitely have pressure in front of the crowd, but it shouldn't be that worrying. I feel like FaZe will take it. I can see it as a free mapper though. Next up is Navi NiP. Although I like NiP and I like their new roster change, It's hard to tell what Navi are we gonna see. If it's the usual major Navi, when they have a long bootcamp before and put all of their work on the major, then Navi should take this. But I could see it going either way, but I'm still gonna go with Navi. Next up is Ents and Cloud9. Here I'm gonna go with Cloud9. I still think they're a strong squad and they really should take Ents down. Next is Furia Spirit. Once again, could go either way. But I feel like it's gonna be a heartbreak for Brazilians here, and I feel like Spirit is gonna take it. Next up is Liquid Vitality. Once again, a really close game, but I feel like Liquid takes it. I think they're gonna have support from Brazilians, Fallen played there. Also, they have always been kinda, in a sense, trading players. Stewie played for Brazilians and went to Liquid. It's just stuff like that. I have Liquid taking it. Then it's Speed and Fnatic. This will be really close, but I'm gonna go with Fnatic on this one. Then it's Outsiders and Bad News Eagles. I've got Outsiders here, and then Mouse or Sprout. I'm gonna go with Mouse. So I have Sprout and Bad News Eagles as my own freeze, and FaZe and Navi as freeze hero. Then it's Nip and Cloud. Here I'm gonna go with Nip. Cloud was, as I said before, rather disappointing in Children's Stage, and also they lost in Road to Rio to them. And I feel like Nip has still some secrets. They didn't play all the maps there, and overall, I feel like their new roster change fit them well. The Hampus plays insane. Bresla's fine on op. Prolan is a sick entry. They have 3 star players who could change the game. Now Cloud9, I would say they only have 2, and Hobbit sometimes is there, but Exile disappeared completely on the Challenger stage. So did Hobbit, I would say. It was only a Shira showing, and if he gets anti-stratted and the others don't show up, heck, who knows, Cloud9 might even fall out. But if the players are on the server, they could go 3-0, so it really depends how well do they get their form on. But yeah, I have Nip winning it. Next up is Spirit and Heroic and Fnatic. This is rather easy for me. Heroic takes it every day. Then it's Liquid and Spirit. I see Liquid as huge favorites. They should really take it. Vitality Outsiders. Vitality is a favorite for me. Ents and Mouse, this is gonna be really, really close. I could see a long free mapper with like overtimes, like nearly 30 rounds in each of the maps. But in the end, I see Ents taking it. And Peak and Furia. Usually, when Germans go to Brazil, they usually turn out to be the winners, but this time I see the opposite. Facing elimination, the Brazilians will get all of their energy and they will win big. So I have Furia. Then it's Furia and Cloud9. For me, it's gonna be really close once again. But this time I'm gonna go with Cloud9, and just because I don't think that Furia is strong enough. Both of the teams have their stars missing right now, but I still feel like Cloud9 overall is stronger. They play similar as the style of CS, but yeah, I favor Cloud9. Spirit Fnatic, I have Spirit, and Vitality, I have Vitality. So time to do my Pickems. Here are the teams advancing for me. I'm gonna put them into bracket, into the Pickems, and yeah, that's just gonna be it. So here are the Pickems. I'm not gonna put neither Navi or FaZe into the 3-0, just because it's gonna be really close and they might lose a game. I'm gonna show you my challenge results real quick. I succeeded, I got 6 correct. Yeah. Alright, so I have FaZe advancing, Navi advancing, Nip advancing, Liquid advancing, Cloud, Vitality, and Heroic. I'm gonna put Spirit going 3-0 because their match against I think they had a close game somewhere. I'll go check real quick. Yeah. The game against Furia, it could go either way. And yeah, Furia, Spirit, one of them would be my free zero. Although I don't have Furia advancing, neither I had Fnatic. I put them free zero last time, and they surprised me. Let's try my luck again this time. I'm actually gonna go with Furia here, and Spirit doesn't have a spot for me because I'm not too confident in them. I have them as advancers, but these four are just gonna be my, the 100% ones. So would be Heroic, honestly, and I should get one from these as well. Now Bad News Eagles and Sprout. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with Bad News Eagles again. I never had any faith in them. I don't know why. I just don't feel like they're strong enough or consistent enough. That's why I'm gonna have BNE as 0-3. My other 0-3 would be Sprout, but their match tomorrow against Big. A German versus German battle, although Sprout isn't German anymore, it's German org. And through the years, their matches has always been close. So I could see them already winning big, and that would be my 0-3 ruined. On the other hand, I don't see BNE winning outsiders and the other teams they're gonna face. So yeah, those are my pickems and my predictions. Thanks for watching, guys.